Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 of Becoming Bobby with Fulham. That's right, we are now in charge of Fulham FC. But I bet you're wondering, how? Why? And what the hell happened? Let's have a look. And it all started because of one man, Francisco Trincao. He joined Al Hilal for £30 million, rising to £39 million. Now, bearing in mind we made a profit in January on the players that we bought in and we sold, the board gave me £9 million to spend on a replacement. Now, we had bought in a lot of players to this point. There was some big names come in, some good defenders as well. Luis Diaz as well was bought in after it was all said and done. And I thought, do you know what? That's cheeky. I mean, I've sold your best player, our best player, for a profit, for a healthy profit, and then you did that to me. So, do you know what? I looked at what was available, and Fulham was available. And the reason it became available was for the fact that their current manager, Julian Lopetegui, joined Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia has had a big effect on what's happened to me this summer so far. So we find ourselves back in the Premier League after spending some time with Ipswich earlier on in this save. Fulham is where we find ourselves. Now, Bobby Robson was thrown in at the deep end with Fulham. He took over when the previous manager left in 1968, all the way back in 1968. And it was his first managerial role. He wasn't able to stop Fulham being relegated to the second division. So hopefully things will not come out that way this time. Now, they had done a bit of transfer business before I arrived, and I was happy with the players that they bought in, to be brutally honest. I have bought in some more, obviously, as I do. So a few players have gone from the football club. Sebastian Gunnez has joined Cadiz Regen. John Victor Magago has joined Empoli for £13.5 million. There are a couple more that will leave the football club before the transfer deadline, and there will be a striker coming into the football club because Tansos Dosavash has joined Shakhtar on loan for the season. Jasic has joined Braga as well. The rest of them are all regens. So, yeah, we've done a bit of business so far. Let's talk about, first of all, what they did before I arrived, and then I'll let you know when the crossover happened. You'll probably see, to be honest. Started off by bringing in a regen from Everton on a free transfer, and that is Alan Wood. Looks all right. Will probably be completely useless to me, but there we go. Someone that won't be completely useless to me is Shay Charles. He has joined us from Norwich City for a fee of £15.75 million. Midfield player, can play at centre-back, can play at right-back. That is where he will predominantly play with me. Good player on paper, Northern Irish international. Another regen has come in from Sheffield United, and that is Clint Koff. Now, he will probably go out on loan, if I'm brutally honest with you, because his stats and his attributes, they need to be better. He did spend a lot of time out on loan from Sheffield United as well. He never actually played a game for them, so I don't really know why they brought him in, but they did. Now, this is where you will see the crossover point as Brendan Aronson has joined Fulham. I did have him with Ipswich, and he was a very good player back then. He's 29 years old now, 2.5 star, hasn't really improved, but for £625,000, it was a bit of a no-brainer. A man that knows the Premier League, and hopefully he will have an influence. We have also bought in Lucas Bergvall from Tottenham for £10 million in the final year of his contract with Spurs, and they decided to cash in, and I was quite happy to take him. Now, I didn't give him a lot of game time when he was at PSV Eindhoven. He's obviously forgotten about all that. So we'll see how he gets on with Fulham. He will definitely play a lot more in the Premier League. Another one of my bargain buys, and that is Pavel Sulec. He has joined us from Victoria Pilsen for 62 grand. That's right, you heard me right. 62 grand. Could prove to be an absolute bargain. 3.5-star player in the prime of his career. If he does anything, and I mean scores a goal, he will have proved his weight in gold. We went back to Sheffield United to bring in a first-team player this time around, and that was Jaden Anthony for £24 million. 3.5-star winger, 30 years old now, but is still very, very good, and he will prove, hopefully, to be vital if we're to stay up in the Premier League. And last but not least, for now at least, Dan Ballard has joined us from Sunderland for a fee of £23 million. I love Dan Ballard. He is perfect for me. No nonsense defender who just gives absolutely everything he has, and he does it in real life. His physical stats are very good. Mental ones, some of them are very, very good as well. Heading, obviously as a defender, you love to do that. Might score goals from set pieces. We will see how he gets on. But if he can keep him out at the other end, that would be very vital, please, Daniel. And there are some familiar faces to the series if you've been watching from the very beginning. Keane Lewis Potter is here, as is Fazzini. He was with me at Ipswich right at the very start. Ben Sheaf, who we tried to sign for Ipswich, is here as well. Ryan Flamingo, who was with us with PSV Eindhoven. Sebastian Boselli, great central defender. Dennis Serkin is here as well. Harry Wilson is still here, probably not for much longer. He's one of the players we're looking to get rid of. Hamza Chowdhury is another one that might well go, and in fact will probably be gone by the time we come back. Billy Mitchell is here as well. He was with Millwall for a little while. I think he still is with Millwall in real life. And there are still loads and loads. There's a couple of regens in there as well, but we have bulked out the main part of the squad, which is what I wanted to do before we kicked everything off this season. And it's nice to be back in the Premier League. Things have not really changed though since we've been gone. So Manchester City are the favourites to win the title. Newcastle are at 7-2. They won the Conference League last season. Liverpool are at 7-2 as well. There's Arsenal at 4-1. Chelsea at 13-1. Tottenham at 16-1. Ipswich 500-1. They're still in the Premier League, folks. They've not been relegated since I left them. So I'm really happy about that. We are at 2,000-1 to survive. We take on the team today that are 400-1 to survive, and that is AFC Bournemouth. Let's get to the opening day of the Premier League season. So here are the two starting lineups for the opening day of the Premier League season, as Nathan Baxter starts in goal for us. Shea Charles is at right back. Boselli, Ballard together, giving him Ledley King's number of 26 as well. Look after it, please, Daniel. Dennis Serkin is at left back. Fazzini, Bergvall, Lewis Potter, Aronson, Anthony, with Morgan Rogers. Forgot about him earlier on. He leads the line for us as Travers starts in goal for Bournemouth. Ajuro, Emso, Diadar, Kukureya, boo, Swift, Adams, Buendia, Kupro, Traore, Will Vallison leading the line for them. Ben Brereton Diaz sneaking onto the bench as well. Right, so we had a short time with Sporting Lisbon. We are now back in the Premier League with Fulham, and I'm much more comfortable back in the Premier League. It's like a nice comfy armchair. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. It's not going to be sweeping all before it. If it is, then I'm doing a really good job. But I do expect that we will struggle. But we will see how we get on. We've shaped the squad a little bit better than what it was when I arrived. Hopefully it is prepared for Premier League football. Let's see what happens at the Cottage. First, I do love a trip to the Cottage. It is one of those unique grounds you go to. It's bloody freezing cold when it's not hot in the UK, obviously, because it's right by the Thames. But I do enjoy the stroll by the Thames to go to the ground, as Arsenal take an early lead at St James's Park on the opening weekend. Free kick, Lewis Potter with it. Bit of a wand of a magic. Unlucky from Keane Lewis Potter. Tipped over by Travers. Let's see what we can do from the set piece. Ball in towards the back stick. Looking for Charles to rise. Swift doesn't get it away really. Ballard will pick it up. Come on, Dan, do something with it. Plays it into Charles. He goes down inside the penalty area. Still playing on towards Bergvall. Unlucky. Let's see what we can do. We're starting well, though. It's a bright start from Fulham. Lewis Potter with the corner. Ball towards the back stick. Can we win the header? No, it is behind. No, it's gone for a throw instead. Throws it into Aronson. In towards Bagval. In towards Aronson again. Man on the left-hand side. That is Dennis Serkin. Finds Bergval. Serkin again. Plays it back into Ballard. Serkin. Bergval again. Looking over the top for Jaden Anthony. There's a nice ball in behind. King Lewis Potter's pulled up, but Morgan Rogers has put the ball in the net. And we'll worry about King Lewis Potter in a minute. But Morgan Rogers gets the Richard Davis era up and running. Let's go. Fulham lead after 23 minutes. It's no more than we deserve, to be honest. We have been on the front foot since the start. And Morgan Rogers taps it into the net to give us the lead. And King Lewis Potter is done. That is a hammer blow. Right on the opening weekend of the season. And that means we're going to have to make a change. So Aronson will go out to the right. Not effective as I thought he would be. But we are going to bring Pavel on. And let's see what he can do. You never know, I might eventually get to manage England to finish this all off, potentially. And then, yes, I will get my hands on Alex Scott. Here is Pavel. In towards Anthony. Go on, Jake, have a shot, son. Might as well. He does have a shot, but he puts it well over the bar in the end. In towards So. On towards Swift. Pressure. Like the high press. You know I love the high press. And these Fulham players are going to get used to that very quickly indeed. To be fair, most of them know it's about the high press. Which is good. Which is why it really attracted me to Fulham, to be brutally honest. Obviously, Lopetegui leaguing was kind of fell into my lap. But most of these players have played with them before in this series as well, which is quite funny. Kupri with the ball. Finds the ball into the area. Ballard gets it away. One player that hasn't been with me is Dan Ballard, by the way. And Lucas Bergval, who only played a couple of times, finds Morgan Rogers, who played quite a lot. Travers. Ooh, I thought I was going to go to the left back there, but we're just going to pinch that. As the ball goes back into So. On towards Adams. Pressure. Yes, Jaden. Pavel picks it up. Gets the shot away. Puts it well over the bar. Unlucky. Baxter with the goal kick. Sending it wide to Serkin. On towards Anthony. Come on, Jaden. Pick out a teammate. Finds Ballard. Who goes into Bergval. Oh, Lucas. Oh, Baselli. Doesn't quite get there in the end. We don't completely cock it up. But we do put ourselves under pressure with Buendia now with the ball. Stop the cross. Ballardo with the shot. Ballard heads it away. Boselli saving Lucas Bergval. And that is half time. We lead by a goal to 0. Alright, we're not dominating possession, but we are on the front foot. So let's see what we can do in the second half. Happy. Keep it up. Let's go. Let's get a win on the board. Let's get some points on the board early. And then we can start plotting what's going to happen this year. I'm hoping we're going to stay well clear of relegation, if I'm brutally honest. We did it with Ipswich. We managed to surprise everybody, second season at least. Fulham, they are not an established Premier League club at this point, but they've got the players to do it. They really have, as Buendia is causing all sorts of problems down that left-hand side for Dennis Serkin, and Dennis Serkin takes action. Well done, that man! In towards Dardy. That's it, pressure. Morgan Rogers probably hasn't got the 90 minutes in him, but we'll see how he goes on. As Travers plays it into So. He's going to have to do a lot of running. He already is between everybody as Jaden Anthony nearly pinches the ball. Dennis Serkin nearly pinches it as well. Be careful at trying to hack him down this time. Certainly got a bit of help this time with Ballard, probably. Yeah, that was Ballard there helping him. Adams with the ball into the penalty area. Tipped over by Baxter. Good stuff from Bournemouth at the start of the second half. Brendan Rodgers probably would have been into the team at half-time. It didn't have the greatest of first halves. And Dardy has the corner to try and get them level. But Lucas Bergval is the man that heads it away. All right, let's move down to balanced. Let's just... Ooh, long throw coming. Dardy with it. Yes, Boselli heads it away. Buendia picks it up. get away from his man. Bournemouth definitely starting the second half the better. Ball towards the shot, goal, and over the bar. Yeah, you can see where the match momentum has shifted in Bournemouth's favour, but we do have a corner. We're just coming up to the hour. What a game at St James's Park, by the way. Newcastle in front now there. As the ball is headed towards goal, and Travers just about keeps it out. And he will send it long down the field. Can we win the header? Yes, Boselli heads it forward. Got to pick up the second ball, though. No point picking up the first one if you can't win the second one. Cucurella into Capri. On towards Buendia. Into Dardy. That's it. Well done, everybody. Back behind the ball. Nice to see it. So, in towards Adams. On towards Dardy again. We're just containing Bournemouth at this point. We might look at a couple of changes in a short while just to freshen things up a little bit as Dennis Serkin comes racing down that left-hand side. Jaden Anthony in front of him. Tries to find Pavel! Oh, unlucky son. I tell you, if he gets a goal, I'm going to be going mad. Because I'm so happy that we managed to grab a player for so little amount of money. And he looks a quality player as well. As the corner comes in, hits the first man. Right, let's have a look at a change in midfield as Brereton Diaz comes on. Right, we're going to take off Aronson. And we're going to bring on one of the regens, and that is Sam Ritchie. And we are going to take off Fazzini as well. And we're going to bring on Sean Longstaff. Yeah. Oh, we probably should have started Sean Longstaff. Fair enough. And then we're going to make a change right back as well. Ryan Flamingo is going to come on. I think we're going to put Pacelli to right back. That doesn't really matter. Ryan Flamingo, everyone. Love Ryan Flamingo. What a name. Oh, Jaden Anthony looks like he's given everything. Okie dokie. Let's bring on another regen in Lewis Larg. Reinforcements, as I mentioned, are still coming. As we look to build this squad to challenge for whatever comes our way. I'd like to win a cup. I really would. We've had a few opportunities, got close a few times, not got it over the line. So a cup is nice. The League Cup, maybe. We'll have a look at that, possibly. As Tottenham take the lead against Brighton. Dejan Kulusevski with the goal. 3-1 now. Jarrod Braithwaite. Love to sign Jarrod Braithwaite in real life. Maybe it will happen. Who knows? I think he signed a new contract there with Everton, didn't he? Because we're going to be fourth in the table after match day 1 if we hold on. 5 minutes plus added time. If you keep giving the ball away, we ain't going to hold on. But Larg picks it up into Morgan Rogers, who I completely forgot I was going to take off to rest him up. Never mind. Bergvall comes the other way. Come on, Lucas. Do something with it. You blonde magician. Can he find a teammate? He can! And Pavel has the shot and he scores! Hooray! There we go. 62 grand, folks. And he is off the mark for Fulham. What a beautiful start to the season. And that should seal the points. It's a ball from Lucas Bergvall. And Pavel, it's not the cleanest of strikes, but it goes in. If we get one more, we might go top of the table. Bergvall into Serkin. It's got to go in the box, Dennis. It does go in the box. Looking for Dan Bard, and there is the goal from Flamingo. Ryan Flamingo. It's his first goal for Fulham. And we're going top of the table as well. It's only match day 1. But there we go. Dennis Serkin with a brilliant ball in. Keeper gets stranded. And Ryan Flamingo finds the empty net. It's 3-0. Oh, to think they started the second half the better, Bournemouth. We weathered the storm. And 2 late goals have put them to the sword. You love to see it. It's going to be... If Allison's going to pick it up, but it's not going to matter. 3-0 the final score. Perfect start to the season. Apart from the injury to Keane Lewis Potter. Hopefully it won't be too bad. We'll check it out in a sec. But get the cameras out. The favourites for relegation at 2,000 to 1. Atop of the Premier League after match day 1. And that is the beauty of the Premier League in the early season. Anybody can be top of the table. And the injury to Keane Lewis Potter isn't a bad one. 3 to 4 weeks. does mean he'll miss the start of the season, and he will miss a return to one of his former clubs. As next time around we take a trip to Portman Road. I thought it was only proper that we go back to where it all began. So we'll take on Southampton, we'll take on Oxford in the second round of the Carabao Cup, we'll take on Brentford, we'll wrap up the rest of the transfer window as well, and Ipswich Town lie in wait next time around. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.